Good morning, everyone. Richard Evans here, Calibre Yacht Sales, and today we're going to introduce the Helmsman Trawler 43 to you. This is a beautiful boat. This boat is brand new, and it is one of the most recent deliveries that we've just taken. Helmsman Trawler has 4 models. They have the 37, the 38, the 38 you've already previously seen on our videos, the 43, and now the brand new 46. But today we're going to talk to you about the 43. So no more ado, follow me, let's go aboard and have a look. Beautiful, isn't it? Just look at the lines in this boat. And look at the size of this cockpit. It's a 14-foot 2-inch beam, and plenty of space in there. Good size swim grid, ideal for boarding, makes boarding very easy, and receiving guests by dinghy. It's lots of room. Even if you wanted to do some fishing back here, you could do that as well. Stepping through the transom gate, keep in mind what I mentioned to you about this being a semi-custom boat. So notice here that we've got one cockpit gate on the starboard side, but you can have one ordered on the port side as well as if you refer back to the 38 video, you'll notice that there's a double gate here right in the center of this transom that opens up and has an extra step, so that you're actually increasing the size of the cockpit. Not that you'd need it with this boat, and you're also enabling you to look straight out at the water while you're sitting here in your chairs and enjoying the view. Now right here you've got your shower, both hot and cold, or when you come out of swimming. And of course this grab rail here, which is nice. And in the event that you would have any kind of rocking going on, it's nice to have grab rails around you, not only here but also on your doors as well. Now let me talk a little bit about the design of this boat. The boat is incredibly stable in a seaway, especially in a beam sea. The design of the boat it comes close to the keel form hull of the original Camano. That flattens out from, as it's going forward to the back, it flattens out, increasing the stability in a beam sea. Very, very excellent design and good performance, and that's ideal for comfort in your cruising, isn't it? Rigid overhang, which is really nice for the Pacific Northwest. Some folks have fully enclosed this with Lexans to increase the longevity of their cruising into fall and winter. And down below here, you've got a good-sized lazarette for fender storage or lines or boat brushes or what else that you would want to store from your cockpit. I want to bring your attention to these house cleats. Look at how solid they are. Certainly overbuilt for a boat of this nature. That really helps in managing your lines and not having to worry about chafe on your gel coat. Big, beautiful windows here that let all this light going into the salon, which is wonderful. And look at this. You know what? I'm really big into the indoor-outdoor kind of feel. This big double door opens up easily. Look at that. And now you've got your inside out and your outside in, which is just a beautiful feature. And you just wait till you get in here. It's gorgeous. Let's go inside. Wow, didn't I tell you? Just look at the size of this space. Just huge. 14-foot beam, but it somehow seems even bigger. Anyway, let's have a look at the salon area, and we'll start here. And I want to point out that the settee is really, really comfortable. You can seat 4 people here, maybe even 5, very comfortably, which is great because right across from that you've got a pedestal chair right there with an oddment. Now, I did mention to you that the boat is a semi-custom boat. In this particular case, the customer plays the piano, and there is a keyboard that runs the full length of this space here. And so they had the factory reconfigure this so that it would accommodate the keyboard. Now I'm going to show you some other features too that are totally customizable that the customer has ordered for this boat. But for now, let's stay in the space here. Just look at those windows. Big, beautiful windows letting the natural sunlight flow into this space, which is just wonderful. Those windows all open. They all come with screens as well, so you can certainly enjoy the not only the fresh air but the fragrance of the nature that you're anchored in. Just beautiful. Look at this this beam here. It's such a beautiful nautical feel and very functional too, supporting this upper deck. You'll see what I mean once we get up there. Now, the seats, in this particular case, the corners are rounded, which gives a natural flow, but you can order the seats squared off as well, if you so choose. Beautiful wood. We've talked about wood before, but this is beautiful. It really gives it a nice, warm, comfortable feeling. And these lights, the design of these lights, casting onto the natural grain here just gives this whole space just that nice, beautiful, warm feeling. It's a high-low table. This is solid mahogany with an inlaid compass rose, which is gives it a very, very nice feature. And it's high-low. If you have a look down below, you'll see that this drops right down. And there are cushions that fit into these ledges here so that you can actually create a double bed in this space here. Now this boat isn't configured this way, but you can order the boat with a rod that runs fore and aft right to this space here with a heavy privacy curtain that will allow the people in this space here to have their own privacy. Now this is a 2-cabin boat, so this would be the space for your third couple. What's ideal about this is the way this is laid out is just forward of the salon here, and down below 2 steps is your day head. So you can close off this space and they have access to their own head right here. Very, very clever design. Now over here on the starboard side, so just love this space here. Little private corner here so that you could hunker down with a book, and you've got all these big windows around you to give you all kinds of light, and just kind of a peaceful space, isn't it? And imagine if you're on the hook and just bobbing gently at the hook, and you've got eagles flying around and all that water and greenery around you. Just beautiful. That's what boating is all about. Just having peace of mind, having a space where you can just get away from it all. Lovely. And this is a wonderful boat to do it in. Here on the starboard side, here's another custom feature that I want to point out. The customer wanted a washer dryer, and they built the washer dryer right into this space. So they reconfigured this whole area so that it can accommodate the washer dryer with the vent just on the other side of this bulkhead. And look how beautiful that fits in with the rest of the salon. I mean, it's seamless, absolutely seamless. These guys have been building boats for quite a while. They know what they're doing, and they do a good job, a very good job. More storage in behind this space here. And again, you can have that configured in any way that you want. Now, just above this space is the TV. And the TV is easily accessible just by flipping this hardware open, and then the TV is hinged right down, which gives you great visibility of the TV right from the salon space here. Very clever layout. Now, again, being a semi-custom boat, you can, if you don't want a TV, you can put dishes up here or anything that you want. You just tell the factory what they want, and they'll do it for you. Now, forward of that is this big workspace for the galley, and this is an awesome space, and it fits so seamlessly in with the rest of the design in this space. It's well thought out. So here in the galley, this is a great layout. Lots of counter space for preparation of those yummy meals that you plan to serve your guests and family while you're on the hook. Have a look at the quality of this cutting board. That also serves as part of the countertop, and on the flip side of that is the cutting board. But that is solid teak and holly, and this, both sinks are stainless steel and vegetable washing as well. Really nice. And just to the left of that, you've got a 3-burner stove with a propane oven. The oven door actually folds under the stove so that when you're moving around in the galley here, you're not going to bump into it. Being semi-custom, some of our customers have ordered this stove as an induction stove, so you have that ability as well. And some have just had storage space down below and use this as a hot plate versus having an oven and then having the microwave oven serve as a convection microwave. Also over here, we've got, this was another custom feature that the builder was asked to do. These drawers that actually slide out like this. Yes, I know you can buy separate hardware to install, but this just looks so much more classy, doesn't it? And that's both for the upper shelf and the lower shelf as well. Great place to store your bigger pots and utensils and what have you. More storage space here just to the left of the counter space. And he's got your bigger items in there like your toaster and your kettle and coffee machine as well. Good size fridge, and down below, and of course the fridge and freezer both have security latches on it so that they don't pop open when you're underway. Spice rack above, and imagine yourself preparing your meals right here, or even doing your dishes and looking out at the beautiful green vista of nature all around you. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful, and again, very well laid out with all of this natural light here. Now, just over here, you've got your storage space above. Right now he's got DVDs in there, but you could put just about anything that you want. You've got your microwave here, and the boat comes standard with a microwave, and then an additional prep space here. We've actually had customers taken the microwave out of here and put it elsewhere, and he's increased the space between this cabinet and turned this into a coffee bar. And he's got one of those super fancy espresso coffee makers that fits right into here, and his espresso cups and utensils and things around it. So beautiful. It's wonderful having a manufacturer who listens to what the customer wants and says, okay, yes, we can do that. Here you go. Isn't that nice? I think it's one of the greatest features of Helmsman Trawler, not to mention all of the others. The cost per boat are you're going to be blown away when you see the cost of these boats compared to the competition, and the performance and the quality. Anyway, I'm digressing, aren't I? Over here, underneath, we've got your cutlery drawer, and he's also got cups in this space as well. And down below, more storage space. That would be for your galley for canned goods. Now here's another prep area, but before we get to this, have a look at this. Very clever. The customers built this glasses rack here, and a wonderful use of this space, isn't it? This glasses rack ties in wonderfully with the grain in the teak here. More storage above he's got tapes and what have you in there. Right here is another drawer. He's got some coffee mugs in there, and the whole drawer is full of coffee mugs. Down below here, we've got storage on this side and storage on this side as well. Actually, it's a very nice storage. It's his liquor cabinet that he has. And you can see he's got his bar prep area here. Up here, we've got another drawer with mugs and glasses in here as well. And coasters for his bar. So he's obviously using this as his bar area, but you can do it for any form of prep or serving that you want. So I'm on the top step of the 2 steps going down into the day head. So follow me down here and I'll show you what's going on here. First of all, this is a sliding door, and the sliding door is perfectly blocks everything out here without taking up any additional space. Very high quality door. It looks like solid mahogany. You've got your head here. You have your choice of heads, but this one is an electric toilet by Dometic. You've got a sink here, as well as a pull-out for a shower. Unusual to get a shower in a day head, but there you have it. I noticed that there's a heating vent in here as well. So even in the fall, winter, when you're out cruising, and it's nice to be able to have a shower and not have to worry about getting cold while you're in this space. So one of the things that really hits me about this beautiful open plan is that even though it's open, you've still got it. The layout allows you to have privacy as well. Remember I mentioned that privacy curtain that you can run fore and aft here with your own private day head right here. And if not, then it just opens this whole space up so that you can just enjoy. It feels like a wonderful, it's very home-like. Very homey. It feels good here. Now, let's go up to the Pilothouse. This is all really impressive, but you're going to find that impressive as well. Follow me. So here in the Pilothouse, another great space. One of the things that's really nice is when you're out boating is to have areas in the boat that you can actually come together and have a little chat. So, you know, you could have people up here in the Pilothouse, and you can have another group down there. In the Salon, you could have another group up on the upper deck. So, very well laid out. But now that we're here in the Pilothouse, I want to point these out. These actually flip up like so, and this becomes an extension for another single bed. So think about that. You've got 2 in each of the cabins down below, so there's 4. And you could put another 2 in the settee, and that's 6, and then 1 more here. That's 7 people that you could have on this boat, and reasonably comfortably. Okay, here in the Pilothouse, you've got your chart table right here, and then below, storage for your chart books and your paper charts. Yes, I know who uses paper charts today, but really important to have them when you're out boating, just in case your electronics fail for whatever reason. This Pilothouse has got a little settee area with a little table, so you could have some of your guests sitting here enjoying a beverage while you're sitting over here in the helm seat and piloting this boat to your adventures that you're headed for. Over here on the starboard side, you've got a drawer for remote controls and winch handles. And just below that is your cabinet for your AC/DC panel. And it's all right there. Very handy to get to. So let's move to the helm station here. This is really a clever helm seat. I like it. This can flip up like so you can be standing up here. And use this as a backrest. This is completely adjustable, And with it forward, you've got great visibility, very easy access to all of your controls. You choose the electronics that you want on this boat. The boat does not come with an electronic package because electronics are very personal to everyone's taste. So, but the boat is priced low enough to well accommodate an electronics package and still be very competitive. So let's have a look at the dash here. So here we have both bow and stern thrusters, and it's really nice to know that bow and stern thruster comes standard on this boat with Helmsman Trawler. You've got your engine diagnostic system right here, and just to the left of that you've got switches that control your horn, your windlass, your engine room lights, and emergency stop. Just above that you've got remote control for your VHF. And above that, you've got your autopilot. You've got your ignition on the right-hand side, and just next to that, your electronic engine controls. GPS chart plotter, but again, you can customize the electronics in any configuration that you want. So this being a semi-custom boat, you can have gunnel gates anywhere that you want them. In this particular case, it's right outside of your Pilothouse door. It's great that this Pilothouse has sliding doors on both sides, both port and starboard, so that when you're docking you can actually have a look out and see what's going on. But very easy to access, the doors slide very well, and just to let you know that this is also the access on both sides to the upper helm station and the upper deck. But we'll get to that in a few minutes. So let's go down, before we do that, let's go down to heads and beds and we'll show you what's going on down there. Now your master cabin forward here, notice that it is walk around, so you don't have to climb over your partner to get up in the middle of the night. Lots of wood here. You got a hanging locker on both sides, storage in smaller lockers on both sides, and an end table shelf on both sides, and a bookshelf on both sides. So lots of features, everything that you'd want down here to make it a very comfortable space. The bed is very, very comfortable, and it is a marine mattress. Notice also that you've got reading lights on both sides, so very comfortable space. You've got a hatch just above for fresh air, and as you saw before, you have both screen and light block total in one unit here. Notice the quality of the craftsmanship down here as well. Look at the fine joinery in this door, and a curved door. Just gives it that extra little nautical look. Down below, underneath the bed here, you've got 3 very deep drawers that run underneath the bed. Let's have a look at the VIP cabin. So that's it for the master cabin. Now here on the port side is your second cabin, and as you can see, it's a good space, very comfortable space for 2 people. A nice double bed, very bright sunlight shining in through that port light, and we've got lots of storage in here as well. Hang-up locker, a shelf above for books, built-in drawers or dresser, if you will. With 4 drawers that provide great storage, and a full hang-up locker right here as well. Opening port light here. Notice it also comes with a screen. And that's it for the guest cabin. And right across the aisle is the shower. Lots of space in that standalone shower, and it's kind of nice having a shower where you can keep all the water in the shower where it belongs. Again, we've got an opening port light here. Notice this beautiful grate with a seat. And notice also that you've got a heating vent in here as well. The wood against this fiberglass backing. Again, it's an electric toilet with that teak and holly floor. Very nice. And that's it for there. So that's it for heads and beds. Now let's go up top and have a look at the upper helm station bridge deck. Now look at the size of this bridge deck, will you? It's just huge. You can do so many things with it. Now this particular customer, he's got a Nick Jackson davit system because he plans on putting his dinghy right here. But there are many options for your dinghy, including a Seawise davit system that you mount on your swim grid, as you saw in the film on the 38 Helmsman Trawler. But if you choose to do that, then you've got all the space that you could just leave for entertaining. You put some tables and chairs up here, and just imagine that. Imagine sitting here looking out over this vista that we have of all the scenery that you're going to see and all the adventures that you're going to go on. Just a beautiful space, and a big space too. So above us here, we've got the radar arch. You have your option. You can have a radar arch or a mast. A lot of people go with the radar arch just because it gives you more space up here, unbroken space. It's totally optional which way you want to order the boat. And in here we've got a chariot style enclosure for your settee. Lots of space here for probably 4 people, and then another person in the upper helm chair. So this is a wonderful space here for entertaining guests, or for when you're underway at the upper helm. You can have your guests join you in this space here. This table is a high-low table. The low is when the shorter stem is replacing this longer stem here. Great space, very comfortable. The helm seat is also fully adjustable, and it gives you great visibility and control from the space. So everything that you need is right at your fingertips here to control this vessel. You've got your bow and stern thrusters here on your port side, and great. It's great to have bow and stern thruster, particularly when you're docking. Just above that, you've got analog gauges for your engine. Just to the right of that, you've got your GPS chart plotter, but again, you can have this configured in any configuration that you want. Just to the right of that, we've got your autopilot VHF, and of course, your electronic engine controls to common rail diesel engine down below. Got a destroyer type stainless steel wheel here, which is ideal. The whole concept of Helmsman Trawler is that minimum maintenance required on the outside. That's why you don't see any teak up here at all. Very, very comfortable space. Just love being out in the open air like this. With that radar arch, you could actually have a bimini up here to cover you from sun and from rain. Of course, this chair spins around so you can engage with your guests. And yeah, you're going to like it. It's really, really feels good in this area. So moving forward to the bow, before we get there, I just want to share a couple of things with you. First of all, we talked about this wonderful space and wonderful opportunity for solar panels, which is becoming really quite an efficient thing to do on your boat. But I also want to point out this reverse slant on your windows, and this is ideal for fall-winter boating. When frost collects, it's less likely to collect when the windows are slanted this way. And it also gives it a really nice nautical look, which I think is important. So that's a really nice feature, especially for this part of the world where fall-winter boating is really a popular option. Now let's move forward. Notice first of all how wide these side decks are. Very, very secure place to move around. And these railings, very high, almost hip high, which makes it very, very safe. Now notice here on the bow, you've got stainless steel bow roller and stainless steel anchor, comes standard with the boat. We've got a Lumar windlass with not only up controls but down controls as well. And this is replicated at your helm station as well. Underneath this hatch here in the Pilothouse, we have access to your engine space. And there it is there. A ladder that's removable. So once you're down there, you can take it off and put it out of the way. And look at all the room around the engine space down there. So easy for you to service your engine. And you know how it is. If you can't get to your engine, you're not going to service it properly the way it needs to be. Really a clever thinking on behalf of the builder, so you don't have to lift the entire floorboards to get at the critical components of the engine space. There's a variety of engines that you can order. It comes standard with 250 horsepower, and you can go up from there. Pretty nice, eh? Really clean, good space to work, and just well thought out. The Helmsman Trawler 43 is very performance friendly. At 6 knots, you're burning 1 gallon an hour. Fuel capacity on this boat is 500 American gallons. Water capacity is 200 gallons. And your waste is 45 gallons. The boat is very well constructed, becoming very popular, particularly in Canada. Well, folks, didn't I tell you? This is an amazing vessel. Beautiful. Just look at her. She's just beautiful to look at. Great layout on the inside. All the convenience that you would want and be proud to own. And remember, it's a semi-custom build, so you can order it your way. So give us a call. Come on down, have a look. You'll be glad you did.